Hey, what's up, Man U fans, Manchester United fans? How are you all feeling? I'm sure if you're feeling anything as close to what I'm feeling, you must be really excited and elated and looking forward to what this new season brings. I mean, INEOS are making us feel like a proper club once again. Just look at all the behind the scenes movements. From they started with the structures to the facilities, the renovation of Old Trafford. Yes, they moved on to changing the backroom staff of Erik ten Hag, fix the coaching staff, fix the board. Yeah, the board is fixed, and now they are going down to player recruitment. What else could we ask for as Manchester United fans? See, I feel so on top of the moon right now, and I'm looking forward to the season with so much enthusiasm, even more than ever before. Yeah, we all thought INEOS weren't going to keep to their promises of building a structure and a favorable environment for Erik ten Hag to thrive in. But guess what? I'm sure they've done even way more than we expected. And the way they move for me. They move so subtly, so quietly, behind the scenes. A lot has been fixed behind the scenes. I mean, all the leakages, all the news leaks here and there from the dressing room, they've all been cut short. Like, even recently, there's no intel. There's been only 2 reliable journalists concerning Manchester United matters in recent times. And that's David Ornstein and, of course, Fabrizio Romano. Every other journalist has been left in the dark. It shows how much INEOS have put the work in, how much work they put in so far. These minor details have been fixed. Those loopholes here and there are being plugged and making Manchester United look like a club once again. Today, this video, we're going to look at what INEOS have done so far, from the staff recruitments to the structure they've built to the work they're putting in at Old Trafford. Then we'll look at the player recruitment, our targets, and what it means for the season that is forthcoming. And lastly, we're going to look at how Manchester United will look. Yeah, I mean, after all our possible signings have been made and the possible exits have been concluded. Let's get into it, shall we? But before we do that, I'd like you to like this video. I'm sure you are feeling very good as Manchester United fans today. I want to know how you feel wherever you're watching from. Let me know in the comments how you feel as a Manchester United fan, considering all the recent developments surrounding the club. I mean, there's nothing to be negative about. Let me know in the comment section below, and let's dig into it. Okay, let's kick in. So, INEOS have been doing so much work so far. We know they've shaped the backroom staff with the recruitment of Ruud van Nistelrooy as an assistant manager and Rene Ake as an assistant manager also from Netherlands. They also got a head of recruitments. This is something. Now imagine all this recruitment they've done were being handled by Ed Woodward in the past. Oh God. How have we suffered as Manchester United fans? We've gone through hell and we are back. Christ! This, for the first time in a long while, Manchester United is looking like a proper football club. We have Daniel Ashworth, the director of football. We have, the head of strategy. We have the head of recruitment. We have, everything is working in place. Like, everything is not on Ten Hag's shoulder as it was in the past. And this season is a make or match season for Erik ten Hag because there are no excuses. Dan Ashworth is in place. Wilcox is in place. Brailsford is in place. These are functionalities. Berada is yet to resume. And I cannot but feel excited by these happenings and looking at the future of Manchester United so far. So, we have a goalkeeper coach for our goalkeeping section. We have a striking coach in Ruud van Nistelrooy. We have Erik Ten Hag, of course, who is going to be focusing mostly on training and coaching of the football team. I mean, he's not tasked with the burden of management and all the media distractions that have bedeviled him in the past. So now he's going to be focusing solely on teaching, coaching these young talents I mean, that are that are filled in the Manchester United squad to perfection, blending them together, working on tactics, and squad drills and all that. So this season, I really cannot emphasize how much I'm excited about the upcoming season. But now let's look at some of the players that we have a very large squad. Some players are sure to leave. Some have left already. We have a whole lot of players that should come in. Well, now let's look at the outgoings first. First off, Varane and Martial. They've left the club. Their contracts ran out, and they weren't going to renew because it's a new season in Manchester United. Varane and Martial are out. That's two senior players, even if they weren't so readily available all times to play. The Greenwood saga is still on. Well, there's news concerning Greenwood. We'll touch on that much later in the show. Sancho hasn't been resolved. There's news concerning Casemiro. Still, his future hasn't still been resolved. But yeah, we know best case scenario is for him to leave the club this summer. Lindelof and Maguire are still on the brink. I think one of them, if not both of them, should leave the club. Aaron Wan-Bissaka might leave the club. Eriksen should leave the club. That's how many players already. I've not even come to Medbury, Pellistri, Anthony, Van der Beek. These are all outgoings that should be done sooner than later to trim this squad of all the baggages and all the excesses that is there. So already that's about 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 players that should leave this squad, and you know how much fun that will free up in wages. That's running into millions of pounds in wages that will be freed up by these players, because I mean all of them earn in excess of £200,000 weekly. So all these players should leave this summer as soon as possible. We know there's still no interest for Sancho. I really thought he was a very good player when he left for Dortmund last season, and some Manchester United fans were hyping him all about how good he was performing in the Champions League. I mean, I expected there should be a plethora of suitors for Sancho, but up to date, no one has come for his hand in marriage. So we're still stuck with Sancho, and I really do not want to see Sancho in a red shirt anymore, because it's too late. Yeah, it's too late to apologize. The very popular song, if you're old enough. I'm sure, yeah, most of my followers or most of my subscribers are old enough to know that song. It's really too late to apologize. I mean, you can't offend your manager and you refuse to apologize for 7, 8 months. I mean, it's too late. The die is cast. He has nailed the coffin and is out of Manchester United. Wherever his future lies, I really do not care. But I wish him the best wherever he goes, as long as he brings in substantial fee for my darling Manchester United to do some transfer business. Greenwood, we know there's lots of suitors for Greenwood. I mean, it's exceptional. Barring this case, we should be letting Greenwood go. If for any reason we're to sell Greenwood, is a striker that is worth excess of at least £100 million. He's that good. He's a generational talent. But yeah, it is what it is, and we cannot do anything about it. The deed has been done. I really do not think he has a future at Manchester United anymore. He will not even want to have a future at Manchester United, because the backlash will be mad. He will be booed and taunted, at every match game, every match day, whether home or away. The away fans will even be worse. So he's literally done at Manchester United, and yeah, that's it. We've got some offers in the past couple of days. We've rejected some outrightly. But there's an offer that is still on the line, and I'm very sure that will cross the line. The offer from Olympic Marseille. Yeah, according to Fabrizio, they offered excess of £30 million and a substantial fee in sell-on clause, which should be between 40% to 50% of whatever is being sold for in the future. Left to me, I would say that's a good deal. Because let's say, for instance, you get £30 million right now, and in 2 years, a PSG or a Juventus or a Barcelona come calling and they want to buy him for £80 million. Manchester United gets an extra £40 million for him. So in excess, in total, we'll be getting approximately 70 million. That's fair for a player that's we're pushing out of the club. So I really do hope that deal comes true, and Greenwood has a very bright future in football because he's someone I really love. I would not mind seeing him in a red shirt again, but it is what it is. Moving on from Greenwood, yeah, we know Van der Beek is almost sealing his deal to leave the club to Girona, and on a very meager fee. I think about £1 million. But yeah, he also has very achievable clauses attached to that fee. Very achievable clauses that would move it to at least £4 to £5 million. Then there are some extra clauses that are not really achievable that might move the fee to £10 million in the long run. It's not a bad deal because we know from the very beginning Van der Beek wasn't a Manchester United player. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer didn't want him, but yeah, it was an opportunistic signing. He became available in the summer of the year or the said year, and Manchester United thought, wow, this is somebody that Real Madrid wanted, and he was coming at a very reasonable fee of 40 million. So Manchester United didn't want to pass on that opportunity and decided to swoop in and sign him, even if it wasn't Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's choice. And we all knew he was never going to play well. He was not never going to play well. He was never going to have enough game time under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer because he didn't fancy him. And injuries didn't even help his cause. From one injury to another, even on the plenty loan spells he has gone on, he hasn't really impressed much. So getting that fee for Donny van der Beek we can't cry about that. It's acceptable, and yeah, I hope he does well. I hope he achieves the easy clauses attached to the deal, and yeah, we can hope for the other clauses so we can get much more fee. Anthony, with the movement in the window so far, with the wingers Manchester United are linked to it, I think they want to ship Anthony out of the club. But who's going to buy Anthony? It's a debate for another day because he's on extreme, insane wages, and I don't know how many clubs can afford that, considering he's been a flop at Manchester United. Truth be told, he's been a flop at Manchester United. So I don't know how many clubs are going to afford that, are going to be able to afford that. Maybe it's a reasonable fee in signing him and afford his wages if he refuses to take a substantial pay cut. But yeah, I know it's up for sale. If a good offer comes in, Manchester United will not hesitate to ship him out of the club. But so far, he's still stuck with the club, and he's one of many wingers that we've not known what we're doing or what we're going to do with them. Pellistri is also there. One player I like. Yeah, I like Pellistri. With the way he plays football, the way he owns the ball, he reminds me somewhat of Messi. Yeah, I'm not saying he's as good as Messi, but at least there are traits to his game that's are reminiscent of what Messi does with the ball. I really like Pelistri, but obviously Eric Ten Hag does not fancy him, and he might not get. He's definitely not going to get a future at Manchester United. So that's his future is still up in the air. Maybe after the Copa America, when he returns for training or for preseason rather, I'm sure his season is going to be sorted. His future is going to be sorted. But right now, he's still stuck with the club, and his one outgoing I think should generate a little bit of fund. Medbury, yeah, we don't know what's happening with Medbury. He looks a good player, somebody I think should have a future at Manchester United. He's young, he's energetic, he's a good midfielder. But yeah, we've not started his future yet, so he's still stuck with the club. Lindelof and Maguire, oh gosh, with the amount of defenders we are looking at or are pursuing so far, the Euros, the Braithwaites, the Inacios, you know, the Delites, it is obvious that we are not just looking to replace Rafael Varane. Because even during the last season, it was obvious that we were lacking in that department, especially with the incessant injuries to Martinez and Shaw and Maguire and Lindelof and Varane and and Evans. I mean, it was obvious that we needed at least two major signings in that department this summer. But yeah, Manchester United are looking at a couple of defenders, and it's not just to replace Varane. I'm pretty sure one of Lindelof or Maguire will leave the club this summer. Still yet to see who that's going to be. I'm sure Maguire might command the higher fee. Yeah, but we've not. Yeah, there's been no offers yet. But you know, the summer transfer window has not really kicked on because of the major international competitions, the Euros and the Copa America. But yeah, either of Lindelof or Maguire is going to leave the club this summer. There's also been news that Wan-Bissaka is set to leave Manchester United. Yeah, where there's been a bid submitted for Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and I'm sure Manchester United is going to look at that because we know Aaron Wan-Bissaka is not a very attacking defender, a very attacking fullback, and the football that Ten Hag wants to play is not a very suitable fitting for that style or for that system. So Aaron Wan-Bissaka is, even himself, I'm sure he doesn't want to be at the club because he knows he's going to have so much more time on the bench than ever before. Yeah, so I think it's best for both parties if we just sever ties at this moment. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, as he has a deal, he has interest. I mean, he's not a bad defender. We all know he's one of the best defenders when it comes to one-on-ones. But yeah, he's not Manchester United fit. And he's not going to lack interest. He's not going to lack suitors. I'm sure in the next couple of weeks, we'll have lots of suitors. We might even have a bidding war for Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Who knows? Because yeah, lots of English clubs would love him. I mean, mid-table clubs. The Evertons, the West Hams, the Newcastles. It's going to be a bomb in clubs like that. I mean, it will be exceptional. The low blocks is beautiful at that. So, if Aaron Wan-Bissaka gets a deal this summer, that will be very beautiful for both parties, and it will free up funds for Manchester United to get a new right back in the moves that they want. A new right back, maybe in the ilk of what's this guy? Can't remember his name right now. Yeah, but definitely Manchester United will get a very suitable right back that would give Diogo Dalot a run for his money, So that's with Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Who else do we need to ship out? Yeah, Casemiro. There's lots of news that Casemiro should or would likely get offers from the Saudi Pro League. I really hope that comes true because I do not see Casemiro having a very better season than the last. He's aging, his legs are growing, he's lost a yard of pace. He doesn't have so much control of the midfield as he used to. He's no more that destroyer, because that destroyer needs those legs, and he doesn't have those legs anymore. So I really do hope Casemiro gets his dream, maybe not his dream move. Maybe, yeah, in terms of the finance, could be his dream move, because he's going to be getting crazy wages in the Saudi Pro League. I really do hope he gets that, and Manchester United gets some more funds to do more business in that department of the team. Yeah, I'll try back. Damn. I've not talked about Shaw and Malacia. We didn't see Malacia for a whole year. And even till now, Malacia is not still training with the first team. There are pictures of him training separately from the first team today. So it's over a year, and Malacia is still not fully fit to train with the first team. We cannot depend on Shaw and Malacia at left back, to do us any good this season, because that's setting ourselves up for failure. Two very injury-prone defenders, they are not reliable. So I really do hope, one of them gets sold, preferably Malacia gets sold, because Shaw is world class when he's fit. He's definitely going to play, which is not even a good thing. Like, you can get injured for 3 months, and once you become available again, your shirt is guaranteed. Nah, we need a very suitable replacement, a very suitable rivalry in that department that will push Shaw to the limits for game time. So one of Shaw or Malacia should get sold, while we invest the funds in a suitable left back that will be able to stay fit. There's also the Amrabat issue, hasn't still been resolved. We don't know what to do with Amrabat. Fiorentina is still waiting on Manchester United to make a decision. Do we want him? Do we want to let him go? Do we want to, get another low offer on the table? We don't know what we're doing with him yet, and that's because currently it seems we are focusing on the defense. Yeah, on the defense, to fix the defense first, because that was the department that really cost us last season. So Amrabat's future is still up in the air. Yeah, I think that's for outgoings. Now let's look at the incomings and the players that we're actively pursuing or are strongly linked to. The most likely to happen, according to Fabrizio, we should be getting a Yerry Go any moment from now. That is Ligt Zirkzee. We know he's been almost agreed. Manchester United have sealed, the deal with his agents, commission, and all that. Not going to be a problem. The player wants to play for Manchester United. Manchester United wants the player. E.t.c wants the player, and the fee is very, the release clause. It's a very easily met one. Like, it's one that could easily be met. It's not exorbitant for his quality. Zirkzee on a normal day should be worth, especially if he was an English player, should be worth like 70, 75, 80 million. But his release clause is 40 million. And the only issue, or the only remnant right now, is if we do want to activate the release clause of £40 million, or negotiate with Bologna on a separate fee, probably a little bit higher, which will make us pay it in installments. Because here's the deal: Bologna is a part owner of the club of Zirkzee, of the player. It's partly owned by Bayern Munich, and Bayern Munich have a 50% sell-on clause in his contract. So whatever Manchester United pays to Bologna for the player, half of it is going to Bayern Munich. So if we decide to activate the 40 million release clause, it has to be paid in full, one installment, like bulk sum. And Manchester United do not have that leisure of cash flow to play around with this summer, considering the PSR and the FFP rules. So it's something I think is a little hindrance to this deal. Because Manchester United are looking at, okay, we pay it in installments, maybe in 4 or 5 years. But Bologna are telling Manchester United, if you want to do that, you pay a fixed fee upfront, then we agree on how you spread the rest out, probably in 4 or 5 years installments. So it's two choices. We either pay the 40 million once, or we agree on a higher fee and pay it, spread the payments over the course of 3 to 4 to 5 years, which is what I think Manchester United will fall back to, because we do not have enough resources to throw around this summer. Except, of course, we finalize the outgoings very quickly. The players we talked about already. So that's Zirkzee. The deal is closed. The deal should go over the line this week. I'm very positive about that. And it's one player that's going to lift Man U a whole lot, because he offers something or a whole lot of things that Rasmus Højlund doesn't offer. Yeah, he's a player that doesn't have to be in the box. He's not a box player. He falls back. He could play 10. He could play wing. He could play on the wings. He could play on the channels. He could play across the front line and the attacking midfield positions. Is very good. So he's going to be a very, very astute signing. I think it's a no-brainer, and he will really lift Manchester United. He will also lift some of the burden off a young Rasmus Højlund. So yeah, they can share the work and they don't have to burn out to fatigue before the end of the season. Yeah, that's for Zirkzee. Okay, we also have made very remarkable progress in the Ligt deal for the defense. There's remarkable progress in that deal. Like, Manchester United are close to sealing the deal. He loves Manchester United. Manchester United love him. Erik ten Hag loves to have him as a player again. And for a very affordable fee, £34 million. That's a fee that is it's a no-brainer. Just look at what Everton are requesting for Braithwaite. Everton are requesting for £70 million. Wow. For Jared Braithwaite, no international caps, he's young, I would say he's inexperienced. £70 million. While we're getting, the Ligt. He has played in the Champions League couple of years, played for Juventus, played for the Dutch national team, and yet we're going to get him for £34 million. I think that's a steal. That is a steal for a very quality central defender. So yeah, the deal is very close. But this deal and the Zirkzee deal, I think these are two deals that I think should go over the line before the end of the week. Yeah, we also have been linked to Euro. And breaking news today, just as I'm recording this video, probably by the time you'll be watching this video, it might be here we go. But a deal for Euro has been accepted from Manchester United. Now, it's left for Manchester United to, negotiate terms with the player and see if we can steal him from Real Madrid. I really still think Real Madrid will get this player. But in the case that we steal this deal, it will be a very big win for Manchester United, because it will be, first, we making a statement in the transfer markets. Secondly, we getting a top talent. Thirdly, getting a top talent in the profile that INEOS wants. Young, he has all his future ahead of him. Has a very good sell-on value. So that's the perfect signing for the central defense. He's good on the ball. I've seen clips of him. I'm not saying I'm a very diehard follower of the League One, so I've not seen a lot of Euro. But from the clips I've seen of Euro, he's a good defender. Very good on the ball, has the eye for the pass, can read the game. So if we do get that deal across the line, it will be something of a steal for Manchester United. In midfield, we all know where we've been closely linked to the Ugarte deal. There's been rumors. I'll call it rumors because there's been no official reports, and there's been no reports from reliable journalists like Romano, Fabrizio, and Ornstein. But yeah, there've been rumors that Manchester United are actively pursuing the Ugarte deal from PSG. And if we do get that profile of a player, I think that would be very good for the balance of the team. You know, Kobe Mino is not a 6. He cannot, yeah, he can't play in the 6, but he's not a 6. Kobe Mino is a player that needs his freedom to go further up the pitch, cause a lot of havoc. You know, he's good on the ball. He can beat his man. He can dribble. He has the eye for the pass. So he likes to play further up the pitch, probably in the 8s or maybe in the 10. When you have a destroyer, a midfield destroyer like Ugarte in that position besides Mino, I think that will unleash Mino next season, and we'll see the best of Kobe Mino next season if we can get this Ugarte deal. We're also looking at Neves. Neves is one midfielder that would, yeah, Neves. Okay, let me put it this way. Neves is more like a complete midfielder, a complete central midfielder. In the ilk of, should I say, a Rodri? Yeah. Or a Cruz. Yeah, let me say a Cruz. He has the ceiling of Toni Kroos. He can grow in that mode under the right, you know, environment. But while Ugarte is more like, I would say, he's more like a Kante. Yeah, he's more like a destroyer. He's more like the player that shields the defense, and yeah, he does go forward a bit, but not, he won't go forward as much as Neves would. So those are two options that Manchester United are looking at for the defensive midfield position. And yeah, we might also get the Amrabat deal if we get enough sellings, enough funds from sales. So those are the options for the defensive midfield position. And yeah, so yeah, those are the signings that we are looking at so far. And you know, I would say the Zirkzee deal is 9/10 to be done. The Ligt deal is, yeah, currently I would say 7/10 to be completed. The Neves deal is still a bit further off. The Ugarte deal is still a bit further off. Yeah, well, who else? Okay, so those are the players who are very close to signing in the transfer window currently. And yeah, I was going to say something, that's my line of thoughts, but it's okay. Yeah, there are other options that we're looking at, like in defense. If we don't get some of our targets, we are looking at, you might also go for Ignacio, which is one defender that is also good from what I've seen of him so far. He's on the short list for defenders that Manchester United are going to pursue. In case probably the Brighton deal falls through or the Euro deal falls through, yeah, we can always move on to Ignacio as an option. And this is one thing I really like about the movement of this current INEOS structure so far. You know, in the past we all just pursue one deal and one deal only at a particular time. We pursue the, you know, okay, for instance, in Ten Hag's first season, we spent over half of the summer pursuing Frankie de Jong, and we all know who had our director of football then fly all the way to Spain and came back with nothing. But the way Indians are moving so far, we are looking at multiple deals at the same time. Like simultaneously, we are close to the Zirkzee deal, close to the Ligt deal, close to Neves, close to Ugarte. Like, yeah, we are moving so much more like how a football club should move. Yeah, so hopefully we do get one of these, at least two of these deals in the defensive department over the line this week. because yeah, it's not one or the other. Manchester United are actively pursuing Braithwaite and Euro. Yeah, not and Euro. Pursuing Braithwaite, Euro, and Daly's deal simultaneously. And I really do hope, yeah, I'm sure at least two of them should join the club this summer. Okay, now let's go on to create the Manchester United dream team for the upcoming season. Shall we? We all know in the goalkeeping position, obviously Onana is our number one shotstopper. I'm sure it will be for a long time, as long as Ten Hag is still at the club. Except, of course, he really flops. He would leave Ten Hag with no choice than to go for a replacement. But currently, Onana is our first choice, and is viced or is assisted by Bayinde. Bayinde is our vice keeper, like the vice keeper here. I'll call him a vice keeper, assistant goalkeeper. Yeah, so those are our major goalkeepers for the team currently. At left back, we could have, if there are no outgoings, we could have Shaw and Malacia still. Shaw being the first choice, while Malacia deputizes for him whenever he needs a rest or in the cup games, or when he gets not okay. Don't let me be pessimistic right now. If he does get injured, which is almost a shorty, but yeah, so we have Shaw and Malacia at left back. In left centre back, we have Martinez, obviously Manchester United's best defender and arguably best player. I mean, I would only count Bruno Fernandes ahead of Martinez because he offers a whole lot and he's the captain. But Lisandro Martinez offers so much to that team, and we missed that throughout last season. You can see what he's doing with the Argentine squad at the Copa America. He's one player that he offers a whole lot to his team in terms of passion, dedication, putting his body on the line. So yeah, having Martinez as left centre back as our first choice in that position. If we do get Euro or Braithwaite, I'm sure, yeah, we'll get one of them. The person would deputize at the left centre back position behind Lisandro Martinez, or challenge Lisandro Martinez for the position, because those will be in the left centre back department. In right centre back, we have Maguire. It's our since Varane is leaving, Evans should leave, obviously. Lindelof might leave. So that leaves Maguire as currently our first choice player in the right centre back position. But if we do get Ligt, that could change, because I'm sure Ligt would get the nod to start ahead of Maguire in that position. We know Ten Hag doesn't really trust Maguire. He was just compelled to use him last season because of the injuries and all that. So yeah, Ligt will be our right centre back, assisted by Harry Maguire. At right back, the regular suspects, Diogo Dalot, yeah, is going to be our first choice right centre back. Sorry, it's going to be our first choice right back for the next season. Aaron Bissaka would support him, except, like I said in the beginning of the video, except we get a good deal or a good offer for Wan-Bissaka, then we might get another defender in that position. But as things stand, we have Dalot and Wan-Bissaka at right back. In midfield, our DM department is scanty. Casemiro is gone, so we have nobody there at the moment. That is why I'm pretty sure Man United will go all out to get either Neves or Ugarte, and maybe Amrabat. So I'm pretty sure we'll get one or two of these three players for the next season. Just ahead of them is Bruno as our 10. Bruno is our most creative player by a mile. Maybe one of the most creative players in the league in general. So it's undisputably our first choice in the 10th position, in the number 10. But yeah, we've seen pictures of Mount. We saw him coming into training, looking sharp and fresh, and yeah, I really hope he comes in like a new signing this summer. So we would have Mount, assisting in that position. Mount could also play on the wings and other positions. But yeah, we'll put him at the 10, supporting Bruno Fernandes. Besides them is Mino. Mino should have next season as he should really blow up next season, because this past season was hampered by the injury he got in preseason. He didn't give him the platform to bounce from what we saw in the preseason. So I hope he gets a very good preseason. I hope he does well with England, of course. Gets a good preseason and gets next season firing. So I really want to see next season as Mino's outstanding. Yeah, it will be a season that Mino shows the league what he's all about. So we have Mino in front and assisted by McTominay. McTominay might also get to leave Manchester United this summer. According to the statement of INEOS last season, every player except the youngins, of course, are up for sale if the right offer comes in for them. So McTominay is one player that I expect offers to come in and might leave the club. But if he doesn't, he's going to be supporting Mino in that position. On the left wing is where I really don't know who to stick with in that position, because Rashford is best playing from the left. So also is Garnacho. And if you followed Manchester United and Rashford for a while, when he has a bad season, he comes back firing the next season. With that logic, I'm expecting Rashford to have a beautiful season next year. If that does happen, that might leave no room for Garnacho. And Garnacho is one player that should play. It's exciting. It's brilliant to watch. So that might make Ten Hag shifts Garnacho to the right wing or be a bench player but I would not want to see Garnacho as a bench player. Yeah, he's an impact player. He has beautiful impact off the bench. But I think he's better than that currently already. He's already a bona fide first team player, and I would not want to see him restricted to the role of a bench impact player. But we'll see how it goes. But on paper, we have Garnacho and Rashford holding the left wing down for next season. On the right wing, yeah, we know Anthony had a bad season. We don't know what to expect. He might even get sold. He's our right winger. But that might just change, because we heard Manchester United have gotten concrete bids for Ahmad, which were all rejected. So that's a body language that's showing that they expect him to play a very pivotal role in the coming season. So if that does happen, Ahmad will be most likely the first choice on the right wing, supported by Anthony, maybe supported by Isak. I mean, Isak Aaron, not Isak of Newcastle. Don't get your hopes up. Yeah, or Omar Fosin. Yeah, those are young players that we expect to come through the ranks next season. Then up front, of course, obviously, Højlund is our first choice striker holding the line. Then it's going to be supported by Zirkzee once the deal goes through. That's a very good dynamic there. You have Højlund, good with the hold-up play, young, pretty much inexperienced, but a very good player. We saw what he did last season. And we now have a different profile of a striker in Joshua Zirkzee. Someone that can drop in, link up with the players, with his teammates on the wing, his, overrunners. And yeah, that's a very different dynamic to what Oilsland offers. I would love to see how that partnership goes. Maybe, just maybe, we might even switch to a 4-4-2, play with, Oilsland and Zirkzee together. That would be exciting. I mean, yeah, that's what Manchester is known for. Playing with two strikers. And maybe that's what they is planning. I really don't know at this point. But it should be really exciting to see how that rivalry goes between Rasmus Oilsland and Joshua Zirkzee under no one else but Ruud van Nistelrooy. I mean, that's going to be exciting. Yeah, just let me know. Let's interact. Let me know how you feel about this dream team so far. I mean, what you think our chances with these players that we're going to be having for the next season, with the signings that we're expecting. Let me know what you think. I really want to hear from you. Okay, drop in the comment section what you think about the recruitment from this. Yeah, I mean, in relation to the board, the recruitment in relation to the coaching crew, the recruitment in terms of players that we are likely going to get, and what you think about our dream team next season and what it means for our chances to compete in the Premier League, in the Cups, in the Europa League, and yeah. Just drop that in the comment section and, let's talk. Yeah. Before we end this stream, I really want to appreciate the support so far. You guys have been the bomb. Like, the community is growing. Yeah, it's growing. And I'm loving it because I love to enjoy beautiful moments with people around me and people that share common goals with me. And this season there's a whole lot I have in stock for you guys. A whole lot. Like crazy content, match days, daily. I'm looking at getting daily shows when we get to that stage. But currently, yeah, I can still do the twice in a week videos. But hopefully, when we get to that stage, I'll be doing daily shows, and I really look forward to that. Yeah, I really look forward to that. So, thank you guys for the support so far. I really appreciate. Don't take it for granted. I mean, I know it doesn't cost a penny to like, to drop a comment, to subscribe, but still, it shows that you really enjoy what we're doing, and that is enough motivation to me. I really appreciate it. It doesn't go for granted. I don't take it for granted, rather. And for those that have not subscribed, you're watching for the very first time, do well to subscribe to this channel, like our videos, communicate, give us feedback. I want to hear from you, what you feel, how you think, how you see this channel. And let's hope we do have a very beautiful season. And until next time, as usual, stay winning, stay red. Laters. Sometimes in my life start to feel like a dreamer. Reality done in the huge your speakers. This is for the difference. LA Lakers swimming in the spotlight, thanks to them haters. Now I'm thinking of flowing these beats killing. Blood in my veins and the angel we're ailing. Life in the hood, hustle we're good. I remember my community the best we are cool. Now I'm on the limelight for the good reasons. Multiple awards in the fan base increasing. After X, I'm the next is my season. My flow so wise now I am freezing. Now I'm going up, never gonna stop. Looking back, I'm the cream of the crop. Hold me with you, your hands in the ceiling is free and no billing. You feel what I'm feeling. You know what the game goes when it gets close. In the very right, they watch you like free throws. And the hoes and doors, the doors never gonna stop. The flows when the drop is singles like we do. What you gonna do? Drop a CD with them. The bullets in the trash can and they out of the window. When the money comes, the money goes. It goes when it goes, when it's going, it goes like the one he knows. It's just a dream.